Fiat currency is a severe economic crux that has spawned not only current problems within the world, but it's also been responsible for problems in the past. How are you guys doing today? I'm Michael Mason. Today I'm going to talk to you about what is fiat currency, current problems with fiat currency, and an example of a society that's been affected by fiat currency. So what exactly is fiat currency? Fiat currency is essentially currency that is backed by nothing. There is nothing to back fiat currency. Essentially, its power is based on the supply and the demand for the currency. Now, all this dates back to 1913. Back before 1913, you could redeem US dollars in gold. Our currency's power was based on how well gold was doing within the world. After 1913, we started printing out Federal Reserve notes. And all the way up to 1971, at that point, Nixon actually removed the gold standard. Now, we've discussed what is fiat currency. We'll go ahead and take a look at problems created by fiat currency. One of the biggest problems created by fiat currency is it leaves the illusion of infinite money. Because you have the ability to print up money at any time, and from nothing, you can essentially create infinite amounts. Now, politicians, it presents the idea that anytime they have a debt or a program that they need to pay for, they can go to the Federal Reserve and just get more money printed. The problem is, because the money is based on supply and demand, for every dollar you print, it actually reduces the overall value of the currency. Now, a good example, 1913, a gallon of milk was 36 cents. Take a look at a gallon of milk now. Yes, that's almost 100 years of currency devaluation. Now that we've identified problems with fiat currency, we'll go ahead and take a look at a good example of fiat currency back in the past. Alright, Weimar Germany. They produced the marks. Post-World War I, Weimar Germany was one of the greatest and most famous periods of hyperinflation. Treaty of Versailles actually imposed heavy reparations on Germany. So, the German government decided to help pay for those, they would just print their money up. They decided to take the expedient view the only way it could make repayment was by physically printing up the funds. Hilariously, inflation went so high that it was cost effective for German citizens to burn the currency to heat their homes. Good example, the US dollar exchange rate, $1 was worth 12 marks in 1919. 1923, $1 was worth 4.2 trillion marks. Now, through this whole speech, not only have we discussed what is fiat currency, but essentially the problems associated with fiat currency, and a good example of the problems that it's introduced in previous societies, like in Weimar Germany. That pretty much concludes my speech. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. A lot of my information actually come from a book I just read. It's called Creature from Jekyll Island by G. Edward Griffin. Anybody who has a slight interest in economics, I highly suggest you go and find this book now. Every Barnes & Nobles I've been to has one copy, and they usually can't find it. It's over in the history section. Pick up a copy. It's a nice 600-page tome. Have a good night.